Well, hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me on A Sister's Trust. Well, I'm back. I'm nice and refreshed from vacation, which I needed. So you guys know I've been going through different things, been in the hospital back and forth 6 months and just really doing my thing, just feeling really good right about now. Got to get back on. Well, I went on a cruise with the Cruising Divas and I did watch what I eat. And also I could only eat so much, so that all worked out good. But I'm here to do a quick meal for you guys. People have been loving the meals. I was told that that's a good avenue for me making dishes and everything. So here I am. Y'all know I like to do a different variety of things, but not to keep it a little longer, I'm going to do today a broccoli and cauliflower bake, something really easy. So I got this broccoli and cauliflower. I was kind of thinking, did I want to, chop it up or nothing? But I think I'd rather have the chunks in there so you could feel the fullness. Because when you're watching what you eat and also you want something to eat, I thought I'll just leave it in big chunks. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you all the things that I'm using. Also, I'm going to put it in the ingredients in the bottom, the things. So I'm going to use the Ragu sauce, but I'm going to use 1 cup of that, which is 8 ounces. I like to have a little bit of kick in my food, so I'm going to use the red pepper flakes. If you can see that. I'm going to use some salt. Well, since I'm showing you stuff, salt. And garlic powder. A little bit of garlic salt. This is actually the Publix brand. I'm gonna use a little bit of the garlic and herb seasoning. Some mozzarella cheese, which is an 8-ounce size. I'm gonna use some turkey meat, that's to keep it all lean and nice, because I noticed that when you cook the turkey it don't have no fat, very lean and less grease. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a broccoli and cauliflower bake. I'm also gonna add some ricotta cheese. I'm gonna do like let's see, 3/4 of this cup. I will tell you exactly how much it's going to end up being, okay? And I decided to use a purple onion. I'm going to make it big chunks because I really want to taste the onion in this dish. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off by cutting up my onions. And like I was saying, I want to get some big chunks in there. So I'm just going to get it here and cut it, but real quickly. Before I had like a little processor for when you want the onions to be, anything that you're doing to be really small. But this one, I want to be able to taste it in my thing. And I'm going to go ahead and put it into my turkey, which I have here. And I already got my little eye on for my turkey. Cut up these onions in some chunks. And I'm going to kind of like sit it in the middle of that turkey. I don't want them really fine. I want to be able to taste the seasoning of the onion in my dish. Okay. And it shouldn't take that long. And in my turkey, because it's, turkey don't have like a lot of fat or anything, I want to go ahead and season it. So I told y'all I like to use the red pepper flakes, because I like to have a little, spice and kick to my stuff. I'm going to use a little bit of salt. Some garlic powder. That could have been a disaster. the little herb seasoning. And I think for the meat, I think I decided to skip the garlic salt itself. Okay, so I got my turkey seasoned and cooking. I'm going to go ahead and add these onions in the middle. I just want to cook them down a little bit, so I'm putting the meat on the edges so that the onions could cook a little bit. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the onions. So I'm adding just a little bit because of the olive oil, the virgin olive oil, because the meat already adds a little bit of its own oil by itself. But it's just a little bit just to give the flavor. Show y'all what it's looking like. So you can see that. So it's simmering and cooking. So now I am through cooking this turkey, so I'm going to mix everything up together. Because before I was cooking the onions in the middle, just so they can tender down just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just chop it up so that it could have a good spread. I'm going to use an 8x11 glass pan. Now I'm going to add in 8 ounces of that Ragu, which equals to like a cup. Okay. That's the good thing about the turkey. You don't have grease and fat that you have to drain off because it's very lean turkey and it is good for your health. And so I'm going to let this over here be simmering while I work on the rest of the dish. Okay guys, so the turkey and the sauce been simmering, you know, with the onions, the red onions, and then I did do the seasoning. I added just a little bit more of the sauce in there because I wanted it to have a little bit wetter feel to it. Also, I think that's ready. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on a plate so it'll make it easier for me when I pour it into my dish. You can't really see that, so see. I'm pouring it into the plate. Go ahead and cut this eye off. See? Oh, and this is about a 1 pound of turkey. And remember, 8 ounces of sauce, so we'll say 8 1/4 ounces of sauce. And a purple onion, 1/4 of a big purple onion. Okay. So now I'm focusing on the broccoli and the cauliflower. I decided to go ahead and cut it up a little bit so that nobody be chewing on one big piece. And I went ahead and I cut off the little stem. I don't know if you call it the trunk or whatever you call it, but I cut it off and then I made little pieces, not too big and not too small. And then I seasoned it with a little bit more of that garlic and herb seasoning and a little bit of salt, and I mushed it around. And so now I'm gonna work on the ricotta cheese. Okay, so my ricotta cheese is a 15-ounce container, but I'm only using half because I used a half of it already. And so we want to say that give or take, it's about we'll say 7 ounces. So I'm just gonna get a spoon. I'm using an 8 by 11 dish. And so I'm gonna smear it across. So I'm gonna kind of come in here, and since I know it's at the end of this container, I just pour the rest into this dish. And so what I want to do is I want to, just like you do a cake, smear across the whole bottom. So I'm just gonna chop it up a little bit and just kind of smear it across the whole bottom of my dish. That way it kind of gives a base to my dish. So as y'all see, as I've been smearing across the whole dish, just like you would do a pie or icing a cake. It's really, really easy to do. Just smear it across, and you're just trying to cover the bottom of your dish. Also, I didn't mention that I had already boiled my vegetables. Okay, so I figured we didn't need to be video me boiling the vegetables. That saves a little bit more time on the video. And yeah. So I hope you guys are liking these recipes. One of my cousins asked me to do that bell pepper, so that's why I did the bell pepper. So I'm at least try to find one new recipe, at least one a week. And you guys, y'all let me know what you think, if you try them and everything, if you like it. I greatly appreciate it, you know, if you guys let me know. I never did a live video, which I've heard people do that, but I haven't made it to that level yet. You know, I had a really good time on my vacation. If you guys go see my videos, you ought to see some of them white parties. And with the white parties, they was kind of like playing the music and the speakers where you couldn't really even see, you know, you couldn't hear the music, but you kind of like, people had different lights and they was able to push different buttons and get different, you know, voices. They was dancing. And so when you didn't hear the music, it was like, what are they doing? It was all kind of crazy, but it was fun. Okay, so put this over here. So pretty much this is how the dish looks when you smear it all the way across the top. And then I'm gonna do some grated topping with parmesan. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle it across my ricotta cheese. And then I'm gonna, just in case, just smear it across a little evenly. Just to go across it. So that's how that looks. So now, with my meat is all done, I want to add my meat to it. And also season your meat to, you know, once you cook that turkey and sauce, you could kind of go back and you could taste it. Like, I'm gonna leave a little bit on here for myself to eat. So now I'm just gonna get it and I'm just gonna spread it across the bottom of my dish. And it's, you know, pretty much everything is done. So I'm gonna put a picture up of how it looks when it's finished. Because depending on what your oven is, I did set my oven for 350. And you pretty much just letting it cook until that cheese cooks down. So that's all you're gonna do. Because it's really every item that I'm putting in this dish is already done, okay? See how that looks? So now I'm just gonna come across here and add in my vegetables, which is already boiled and done. I'm gonna get it and I'm just gonna sprinkle it across because I already mixed it up so you can have a little variety of each in every area. Okay. And I like to clean it as I go because I can't stand it. Ooh, here go one. I didn't get a little chunk off of that one. So that's how that looks. And now all you do is add the cheese. And like I said, this is a 8-ounce bag, okay? And you just kind of sprinkle it across. It's amazing how it feels like 8 ounces feel like a whole bunch, but it's really not. I'm sprinkling it faster because I don't want the video to last like forever. And that's how it looked with the cheese. So now I'm just gonna put it in the oven. And like I said, when it's finished, let the cheese melt on top, and then it's finished. So that's something you could give to your kids. Also, make sure the food is seasoned good. You could taste it because it's done before you put each individual item in there. And then that way you know that you like it. Everybody's seasoning is different. Everybody's health needs is different. So anyway, this is what we're gonna call our broccoli and cauliflower bake. All right, and thank you for joining me on A Sister's Trust. Bye.